Where are you going?
What's it to you?
Nothing, as long as you're not sneaking off to speak to Steve, that's all.
I'll tell him if I see him, but you're lucky, because right now I'm taking Simon out.
Please, Peter, but mind your own business.
What's going on?
Nothing.
At dinner on our own.
You're buying a house?
No, I'm getting married.
Only costs £94.
If you marry Karen.
I meant at the register office. You must be getting married in the...
Cathedral.
What, St Paul's or Westminster Abbey?
You were married round the corner, weren't you?
I'm not married.
No, I mean, sort of married, you and Hayley.
Oh, yes, very much, yes.
Is it worth it?
What, the marriage? Yes. The wedding? No. I paid less than that for this shop.
So you enjoyed yourselves?
We did. We had a great day, didn't we? And we saw some squirrels.
Suppose you showed him off to all the neighbours?
Ah, yeah. Well, Jack Duckworth had a look at him. Then I had to show you to my mate Kieran, didn't I?
Naturally.
Yeah, look at him. Little boy to be proud of.
Well, I'm glad you think so.
Oh, yeah, I do. And I'll tell you what, we're looking forward to having some more days out, aren't we?
Well, you can have them more or less any time you like.
Oh, thanks, Luce. That's really kind of you.
Hi.
Hello. I'll give you a ring and I'll see you soon. Yeah.
OK, yeah, thanks.
Ooh, happy families, eh?
Trust you to walk in at the wrong time.
Your life's a mess, Peter, whether I walk in a room or not.
Really? It's not as much of a mess as yours is going to be.
What do you mean?
You'll find out.
You haven't told him, you haven't had time.
Really? You sure about that?
Karen, the swans were a joke. But a horse-drawn carriage, dozens of bridesmaids, a country house hotel, designer clothes, a wedding planner. I mean, 50 grand wouldn't cover it, never mind the honeymoon.
Be worth it.
Karen, it'll be a waste of money. We'd be stupid to fork out for it. I'm calling it off.
No, you're not.
Karen, look, if we get married again, it'll be in a register office.
I am not. Marrying you in some sad, poky little hole at the back of the town hall.
Well, it was fine last time.
It isn't fine now.
It's fine.
People are going to think we're poor.
Oh, Karen, they'd be right.
I'm not doing it, Steve.
Well, I'm not doing the 5-star luxury extravaganza, gold leaf, the lot.
I don't want gold leaf and I don't want dozens of bridesmaids.
Well, good. You'll be happy then, won't you? Because you're not getting them.
I am not marrying you in some registry office.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway. I've made up my mind. I'm not going to marry you. I've quit.
What?
I've had enough, Karen. I've had enough of the whole thing, so I've ended it.
Without telling me?
Well, I'm telling you now.
Done it behind my back?
Now you know.
We were happy this morning.
We thought we were.
Do you know all you ever do is let me down? Well, you've done it big time this time.
Karen, you're the one that's done it.
Not like this, I have not.
Well, I'm not going to stand it shouting the odds. The wedding is off.
Really? Well, that is exactly how I feel. Now I'm going home.
Good, because I don't care anymore. I'm getting some fresh air.
Did he say that the wedding was off?
Yeah.
We were on this morning. Oh, I wonder what's gone wrong.
What?
Why wouldn't anyone just let up on me?
Oh, well, it's taken you long enough to get round to asking that question. I can't wait to hear what your answer is. What is it this time? Have they sacked you already? That must be a record even for you, Tracy.
No, they haven't sacked me. They're treating me like dirt. They got me working the worst shifts, stuck out there all night. And they keep going on and on about the baby. They just won't let up. I mean, can't anyone see that I'm just trying to do what's best for the kid?
I was under the impression you were giving it away.
Yeah, well, that's for the best.
Oh, really?
Look, Ma'am, I know that you offered to help. It wouldn't have been fair on you.
Too long in the tooth, are we?
No, I just mean that you're too kind. I wouldn't ask it of you. Oh, Ma'am, all I'm trying to do is to get some good to come out of this mess that I've made. It's just so hard.
They shouldn't have put you on nights. Not your first time out, not in your condition. It's cruel. Oh, call me, oh.
Our usual, please, Beth.
Can't
can't wait for the wedding. And I've been thinking about what you said, and you're right. I got it totally out of hand. So I've thought about it, sorted it all out in my head, and I've scaled things down properly.
Well, thank heavens for small mercies.
So, we're just having the once one, Steve.
Sorry.
Because I don't want people to think we're showing off, do we?
Tea's nearly ready.
Timed that well.
Well, I heard you in the shower. Did you manage to get any sleep?
Yeah, I feel rested.
Just as well.
Thanks.
Now, you will be careful, won't you?
I think Steve's pulling a fast one, putting you on nights.
Yeah, well, I'm their unique selling point.
Yeah, well, I can see all the advantages for them, but none for you.
We're just worried about you, that's all.
I'll be fine. Look, I'll be in radio contact. I'll have my mobile. Anyway, Mondays are dead quiet. I'll probably just be ferrying a load of spinsters to and from Pilates.
And drunks. And idiots fancying their chances.
Look, I cope without you and Mum in London. I'll be fine. Australia, eh? She must have been planning that for a while.
Thanks. Why don't you twist the knife in a bit further?
It's not inconceivable that you could go over now and again.
Oh, come on, Dad. It's the other side of the world. She couldn't have gotten further away from me if she'd tried, could she?
It's a pity Mum doesn't still work at the travel agent. She could have sorted you out a special deal.
That's enough. Just as you don't know what it's like to feel love for a child.
Well, he can't have loved it that much, can he? Otherwise he wouldn't screwed up.
Yeah, well, you're the last person to pronounce on other people's problems.
Actually, for once, I agree with her. He's had this coming for a long time.
Oh, this is great. Talk about kicking a man when he's down. I've just lost everything I ever had. I mean, what is it with this family, eh?
Well, you've got my sympathy. Whatever else he's done, I've never doubted his love for Simon for a minute.
Yeah, but what good's that if he's going to go around marrying everything in a skirt?
Yes, all right, Deirdre. Point taken.
I hope your ears were burning this morning.
Why?
Because no less a person than Dev Allahan admitted you were a welcome addition here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So I won't be getting the sack then?
Ah, seriously, things are going very well so far.
So you pleased with me?
Very. Now, are you able to work this evening?
Is Les Battersby a loser?
No, it would seem.
Hey, you're back. Where's Deb?
Well, you're still out there.
Well, hey! Does this mean no satellites will be watching over me?
It would seem so.
Did I do well?
Look, I'm sorry about this morning. Sticking the boot in about Lucy. I didn't mean to be nasty.
Yes, you did. But that's the way we work, innit? You stab my back and I stab yours, eh?
Yeah, but even for me, it was pretty tactless.
Yeah, do you know what? I think you're just jealous because I made a bigger mess of my life than you ever yours.
You know, I'm going to miss you. The only person around here who can actually have a laugh with.
Yeah? Oh, well, look on the bright side. At least I'm not going to regress you up to Roy Cropper, am I?
You will keep that to yourself, won't you?
Yeah, of course I will. But I do think you should tell Steve, though, Tracy. You know, I didn't find out I had a baby until it was too late. And look what it's done to me. Come on.
The topic isn't open for discussion, Peter.
OK, all right, it's fine.
The coffee, will you, Roy?
You wouldn't rather have an orange juice? You do realise that caffeine can cross the placenta. Some say that it overactivates the nervous system.
Oh, for God's sake, just give me a coffee, will you, Roy? It's bad enough having to buy clothes in a size 14 without all this and all.
Oh, yes, by the by, about Monday, I've drawn up a list.
Ooh, are we going to get presents and all?
It's a list of details to be ironed out. For instance, would you like to share a taxi to the register office?
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, last time we shared a taxi, we got into all sorts of trouble, didn't we?
See ya. See ya. Sooner him than me. I know where I'd rather spend the Friday night.
Hi. About Monday.
Oh, not you and all. Look, I don't want to think about it.
No, well, neither do we, but we have to, whether we like it or not. Now then, Roy says you're going to make your own way there?
Yeah.
You do realise you're going to need a witness?
Well, I'll just drag someone off the street. Look, I don't want anyone knowing about this. It's embarrassing enough as it is.
Look, the ceremony's booked for 5:15, then afterwards, of course, we'll go our separate ways.
No. You mean I'm not going to get a honeymoon? I was looking forward to somewhere hot and sunny.
It's all right, Roy. She's having you on. It's a warped sense of humour. You know, I did think, given what we're all going through together, that we might be able to act in a more civilised manner.
Oh, I'll never be civilised. Remember that. I'm only in this for the money. What do you want?
Well, just a word about tomorrow's arrangement.
You've not changed your mind, have you?
No, you're not having second thoughts, are you?
No. A deal's a deal. Unless, of course, that cheque bounces.
It won't. We keep our promises.
Well, you're clear about the venue and the time?
Yes, of course I am. I might be a couple of minutes late, but that's a bride's privilege, isn't it? No, I'm going to be there.
Right. Well, I think that just about covers everything. But, well, like we agreed, we keep this whole thing between ourselves.
You don't need to worry about that. I'm hardly going to start bragging that I'm marrying you, am I?
Right. Now we'll go and get the bus, shall we? And you can sit by the window. Would you like that?
I can't tell you, Hayley, how much I detest that woman.
You don't need to.
And the more I see of her, the more I despise myself for having gone anywhere near her.
We can put up with it.
Who is that with Bethany?
Oh, it's your granny. Her other granny, not Gail, obviously. Just keep thinking about your baby, Roy. Our baby. That's what's going to make this all worthwhile.
Hiya, Steve.
All right.
Glass of white wine, please, Kieran.
No problem.
And a pint, is it?
No, I've got to get off after this.
No, stay and talk to me.
Come, things to do. Which reminds me, can you do the night shift tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night? Yeah, well, I won't have anything better to do.
Right, we'll ring Hayley and let her know. I won't be there.
Taking a day off?
Not for fun. Inconvenient, actually. I'll go and see me dad. Take it you know he's inside.
Yeah, well, I did hear.
Well, he's desperate for me to go and see him. Apparently, he's more unhappy than usual. Kind of puts mine and your problems in perspective, eh?
Maybe, then again, maybe not.
You got that kettle on? I'm parched. So what are you up to today then? Anything interesting?
Hiya.
Oh, hello.
Do you want to see the flowers?
Yeah, yes, if you like.
You look very nice.
Oh, thank you. Oh, very, very nice.
I'll put them in the fridge for later. You're not going to wear that tie, though, are you?
Well, there's something wrong with it.
Well, it's black. You look like you're going to a funeral.
Well, just feel a bit like it.
Hey, well, look on the bright side, eh? Sooner you're married, sooner you can get divorced.
Yeah, but that's not true, though, is it? I can't get divorced until after the baby's born.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to be positive.
I've had a horrible thought.
What?
We're only going through with this sham marriage so that we can get legal rights over the baby.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't thought about Tracy's rights.
What rights?
Her rights to half my worldly goods when we get divorced. Half the business, half my savings, half of everything.
But you'll only be married a few months.
I don't think that'll make any difference. We can't argue for parental rights if she can't have a fair divorce settlement. The law works both ways, unfortunately.
This is getting ridiculous. We're going to end up paying for a wedding, a divorce and a baby.
Unless...
Unless what?
I transfer all my assets into your name.
We need to speak to that solicitor again. I'm sure I've still got a number.
We've got time.
Well, the wedding's not till 5:15. Tell you what, you get that off. It could do with the press, and I'll phone Miss Sharma, see if she can fit us in today.
Right.
Sorry.
Already working tonight.
Yeah, I know, but Leslie's off sick. I've got to go and see my dad later on. Without the bare bone here, we need someone out there.
I've got stuff to do this afternoon.
What can't you do between pickups? Well, I'm desperate. I'm begging you here.
How desperate?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you do the afternoon and evening shift, I'll bung you an extra 30 quid.
Tempting. Could be quite a lucrative day for me.
But we need a cab out there.
Okay, I'll do it. But I've got something to do about 5:15, probably take about half an hour.
Brilliant, I'll tell Hayley. You're a lifesaver, you know that.
Yeah, well, don't you forget that. Thought it was bad luck to see the bride on the day of the wedding.
What's that, Steve MacDonald? You're not working today.
Well, apparently he's desperate. And you know me, I'm always willing to help out when someone's in need.
We have an arrangement for you to be at the register office at 5:15.
Yeah, I know, and I'll be there. Just as I'll be at the bank tomorrow morning cashing your lovely cheque.
Have you sorted out a witness?
Oh, I've told you I'll do it when we get there.
And please wear something suitable.
Like what?
I'm sure you've something appropriate in your wardrobe.
If I knew I had to sort out a wedding outfit, maybe we should have discussed a clothing allowance.
If you let us down today, then our lovely cheque will bounce like a rubber ball. Now, we might know that this marriage is a mockery, but it doesn't have to look like one.
Yeah? And if you talk to me like that, I might just change my mind. I didn't want to do any of this. £5 for the happiest day of my life is starting to sound far too cheap.
Do you think I was too hard?
I don't know. I hope not. I suppose we'll find out at the registry office.
Tracy,
What?
where are you going?
Work?
You're a bit dressed up, aren't you, for driving a taxi?
Oh, don't start, Mum. I'm not in the mood.
Listen, what do you want for your tea? I was thinking of making a shepherd's pie.
No, don't worry. I'm doing a double shift. Anyway, you know I don't like shepherd's pie.
No, well, your dad likes it.
Right, well, then make it for my dad.
Well, there's no point, is there, just for 2 people? Now we'll have something on toast.
Can I go now?
Yes. And listen, you be careful working all these shifts. Just make sure you don't overdo it.
Yeah, well, I don't do it for love, do I? I do it for the money. Look, I'll see you later.
I'm terribly sorry. Miss Sharma should have been back by now. We don't know where she is. I don't know if you want to reschedule.
Well, we were hoping to get this sorted out today. We made an appointment.
Yes. Yes, you did, and we've let you down. Maybe I could help?
Yeah, well, I want to transfer my assets into the name of my business partner.
That shouldn't be a problem. The business involved is a cafe?
That's right.
And you brought a copy of the lease?
We've got all the paperwork, yes.
I'll need to have a document drawn up, incorporating the lease and the transfer of goodwill. It'll take about an hour.
Oh, fine, yes, fine.
Best let it breathe.
Yes. It's very thoughtful of you, arranging the flowers.
I know, we're so gorgeous.
Still plenty of time.
I know, I'm not worried. She'll be here.
Excuse me? You're not the only people getting married, you know.
At last, we're beginning to worry. Good. Very suitable. Got to use this. How do I look? You look fine.
I need to visit the... Won't be a minute. Sorry.
So what do you mean about them being an odd couple? If I can have the bride and groom over here, please. The witnesses can sit down. Nice to see you. Is you all right?
Make a lovely couple, don't they? I mean, the one person I wouldn't expect to see here be their groom's wife.
What wanted me here?
Just gets weirder by the minute.
I'd like to welcome you all to Weatherfield Register Office for this, the wedding of Roy and Tracy. Marriage should not be entered into lightly or without due thought, but with respect and with the intention of sharing in each other's happiness. Roy and Tracy now intend to enter into such a marriage, and if any person knows of any lawful impediment why they should not be joined in matrimony, you should declare it now.
Sorry, a bit emotional.
I'd now like you both to repeat the following words, starting with Roy. I do solemnly declare...
I do solemnly declare...
that I know not of any lawful impediment...
that I know not of any lawful impediment...
why I, and you say your full name...
why I, Roystoncrop...
may not be joined in matrimony to Tracy Lynette Barlow...
may not be joined in matrimony to Tracy Lynette Barlow...
And now, Tracy, please. I do solemnly declare...
I do solemnly declare...
I give you this ring as a symbol of my commitment to our marriage.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my commitment to our marriage.
I promise to love, cherish, honour and respect you.
I promise to love, cherish, honour and respect you.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
In joy and in sorrow.
Sorry.
Take your time.
In joy and in sorrow.
In sickness and in health.
Sickness and in health.
For as long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
And now, Tracy, I give you this ring as a symbol of my commitment to our marriage.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my commitment to this marriage.
I promise to love, cherish, honour and respect you.
I promise to love, cherish, honour and respect you.
From this day forward. For better, for worse. In joy and in sorrow. In sickness and in health. For as long as we both shall live. I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Hey! 3 cheers for Royston and Tracy. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray!
I thought it was quite moving when he broke down.
I still think he must be lauded. Cheering like that was embarrassing.
I was only entering into the spirit of the occasion. It was a wedding after all. Admittedly, the freakiest wedding I've ever been to.
And you? I know we had to make it look authentic, but did you have to start blubbering?
I found the whole experience very traumatic.
Get over yourself, Roy.
I still think we've done the right thing.
Do you? Now what?
I think we should go and find Kieran.
Not where do we go? How do we live with what we've done? I just married someone else, someone not you.
We went through this. It's for a short time, and then you get divorced. Right, I know it's hard, but you're going to have to pull yourself together.
Yeah, you're right.
I've seen some crazy things in me time. That would have to take the biscuit. Does it run in the family?
What?
You and Peter, your secret weird wedding.
Yeah, well, let's just make sure it stays secret.
Come to think of it, he involved the baby as well. Is that all part of the crack?
It's not funny.
Come on. You could have sold tickets for that performance. Standing room only.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't mean I was enjoying it. Look, I know that everyone thinks I'm a bitch.
You have been played a few nasty tricks, haven't you?
Look, I don't intend to hurt anybody. It just always seems to end up like that.
Come on, it's not that bad.
Yeah, well, you can't see inside my head.
Look, we all have nasty stuff in our side of our heads, right? You're not the only one.
So how do we stop messing up?
If I knew that, I'd be a rich man. Keep your hair on! Some guy wants the space.
Well, tell him to get stuffed!
That's more like it.
So you're going to see her?
Tonight.
Well, I've got to put his mind at rest, haven't I?
Well, what if she's seeing this bloke? But that's not going to put his mind at rest, is it?
Well, I have to tell him something.
Right, give me 10 minutes. I'll be with you.
What?
Well, you're not going to be with her all night, are you? And I haven't been to Blackpool for ages. Night out.
Well, hang on a minute. You want to come?
Well, yeah, why not?
Well, you don't like her.
I'm not going to see her. You drop me off somewhere and I'll meet you later.
No, I can't do that.
Why?
Because it might be a tricky conversation, that's why. I can't just say, right, I'll see you now, because I'm going to come and meet you.
Why not?
Because it's not right, Karen. And she'll probably want to know why you haven't come to see her.
She'll be glad. She don't like me any more than I like her. Oh, I see. So you can have a night out in Blackpool, but I can't. Is that it?
Karen, I don't want to go to flaming Blackpool in the first place.
Who was the mother one?
I don't know. So what are you having?
I'll have a pint if you're buying.
And a white wine, please, Bev.
Thought it was your night off.
I can't get enough of the place. Oh, Royston, you've caught me red-handed, chatting up your wife.
Keep your voice down, please.
Ah, you know we haven't had yet. A toast to the happy couple.
All right, that's enough.
How about a bottle of champagne? That's how you two lovebirds got together in the first place.
You will stop this right now.
And then there's the best man's speech. Would you like me to say a few words?
Well, I believe the groom speaks first, so if I may.
Go ahead.
Hayley and I are used to other people's ridicule. It's one of the many things that binds us together. And we will be the first to acknowledge the absurd side to today's event. So your jokes are predictable, as well as feeble.
There's no need to be so serious, Roy.
Excuse me, but I think there is. The point of today's ceremony was to ensure the future happiness of my son or daughter. Were your jokes to receive a wider audience, that happiness could be in jeopardy. Mock us all you want to when we're on our own, but please, for the sake of my unborn child, keep our secret safe.
Yeah, and I agree with him.
Well, if it's what Mrs. Cropper wants, that's fine by me.
Could go now. Kieran and Tracy have gone.
I'm just worried he might come back and start shooting his mouth off.
What more can we do, though? We'd have to follow him 24 hours a day to be sure he kept quiet. Even then, he could still blurt it out.
Just for tonight, it'll make me feel better.
Where have you been all day?
Oh, hi, Janice.
Skiving again, eh? It's all right for some, isn't it?
What's all this?
Oh, I had a day off, Mr. Baldwin.
Here, did you know about this?
About what?
Taking time off when we got that order to get out.
Yeah, no, she booked it ages ago.
I went through the proper channels.
It was before that order came in.
Oh, right, well, I suppose that's all right then.
Come on, Mike, they've got rights.
When I want to lecture on the Factories Act, I'll ask, all right?
Question is, though, what are you doing all dressed up like that? You've not been for a job interview, have you?
Well, I hope not. Christening. A cousin of mine's had a baby.
Oh, that's nice. Boy or a girl?
Boy.
I thought you didn't keep in touch with any of your family. There were nobody at wedding.
I don't see them much, no.
I'm sorry if I've put you out, Mr. Baldwin. I'll do extra tomorrow if you like.
No, that's all right. Just don't make a habit of it, all right? I think we're tempting Providence sitting here. What if Janice comes back and starts asking questions again?
Maybe you're right. Come on, let's drink up on it.
Oh, hi, you two.
Oh, hello.
Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. We're just going.
It's your dad, maybe?
No, we came to see you today.
Oh, I was in a conference.
Yeah, we gathered. We saw Mr. Pomfrey instead.
Did he sort you out?
Yeah, he was fine. Anyway, see you.
Oh, by the way, I was talking to somebody about your case the other day, and they were able to clarify something.
Really?
You know, I said your best bet was to marry the mother of the child.
That's correct.
Well, it's more complex.
Why, does that not give me legal rights?
Oh, no, there's nothing wrong with it.
But?
Well, obviously it's a big step to take. It turns out the other way I mentioned is just as effective.
The parental responsibility agreement. But you said that wouldn't work.
I said it wouldn't be as reliable, but it is.
What?
Provided you get the mother's signature, it's more or less a formality. Even without the signature, it's doable. A bit trickier, but...
So what you're saying is that I don't have to marry Tracy to assure my rights as a parent over that child?
That's right. Sorry I didn't get my head around it before, but better late than never, eh?
You heard what Miss Sharma said?
Yeah, well, she might have been wrong.
Well, she was wrong. She said she was wrong.
I mean, she might have been wrong when she thought that she was wrong.
I didn't have to marry Tracy.
We don't know that, not for certain. Look, we've got an appointment to see this other solicitor. There's no point us getting worked up until we know for sure. I'm going to be late. Karen, are you coming?
No. Just tell Baldwin I'll be late. You know, monthlies. Well, no, actually. You won't know, will you?
I know that you had them last week and the week before that. We need to think up some new excuses, Karen.
Look, all I'm saying is, what can you expect? She's hardly the type to sit at home down in socks and making jam, is she?
So she was just the type, actually.
Who?
Hayley.
Keep up, Steve. Talk about your mother.
Oh, sorry, did you come with operating instructions? Because if you did, I haven't read them.
Look, all I'm saying is, if your dad's in prison for years and years, then it's no wonder knickers are getting tugged from time to time.
That is my mother you're talking about there.
Yes, I know. And she's a slapper and he needs telling. I mean, he knows that she's messing around with that fella,
Laurie?
Yeah, so it's not as if you're telling him something he doesn't already know, is it?
Still going to hurt him, though, isn't he?
It's going to hurt him a lot more if you tell him nothing's going on and then he comes out of prison and she's shacked up with this fella, tropical fish tank and matching bedside cabinets.
Would you wait for me if I went inside?
Get real, Steve.
So, what does Gran know about Wally?
Just that we found out that he was married and he's not a millionaire.
So she doesn't know about me and him, then?
Oh, listen, Tracy, love, she nearly had a heart attack when I told her that Peter was a bigamist. If she finds out that her boyfriend was cheating on her with her own granddaughter, it's liable to finish her off completely. I mean, I know I call her, but I don't want to see her in a box just yet.
You know, in a funny sort of way, I've missed her.
Yeah, so have I. But don't you dare tell her I said that.
So when do you think I should tell her about the baby?
Oh, wait till after lunch. Let her settle a bit. Ah, here they are. Hello, I'm back. Oh, hello. No. Where's Ken?
He dropped me off. Said he had to go into town.
Oh, it's good to have you back.
Welcome home, Gran.
Well, there's no need to ask what you've been up to. Who's the father?
What are you doing? Thought you were working.
I've just spoke to me dad.
Ah, right. And what did you say?
Said my mum was playing away.
Ouch.
I never thought I'd be surprised at how you got up to. But this, I wouldn't have thought Roy Cropper were capable. Mind you, they say it's the quiet ones you have to watch. You'll not remember your Uncle Roland. Well, I say uncle. He were only married to your Auntie Beryl from Lent till Easter. Ran off with the barmaid from the Toad and Ferret, and we all thought he were Temperance. Sort of fella you never even noticed when he walked into a room. Just like Roy Cropper. He collected butterflies, I think, or were it stamps? Why, Tracy, you could have had any fella you wanted. Why Roy Cropper?
It was a bet.
A bet? How much did you win?
A penny.
A penny? I wouldn't have done it for £1 million. A penny? And a baby?
Yeah, well, I didn't mean to get pregnant.
Show me a woman who does.
Oh, don't mind me. I always knew I wasn't planned.
And that's another question I want answered.
What?
Why are you keeping it? I'd have thought you'd have wanted to get rid quick as you could.
Well, guilt. I don't know. Anyway, I've talked it through with Roy and Hayley, and they're going to bring it up.
They're what?
It's all sorted.
And you're happy about this?
No, but it's not up to me, is it? It's Tracy's child.
And your grandchild, and my great-grandchild. Oh, no. I'm not having this baby brought up by two men, even if one of them does wear a frock.
Mother!
Don't you mother me. It's a good job I'm back. What with Peter dashing about, marrying women and having secret babies, and Tracy landing herself in trouble. Honestly, Deirdre, have you no control over your family? Excuse me, Roy, Hayley. I've been hearing all sorts about you.
All sorts?
About your plans concerning my great-grandchild.
Roy's baby.
Not yet, it's not. It's inside Tracy, so it's still hers as far as I'm concerned. And if I'd been here when all this nonsense started, I'd have made sure she'd have done away with it by now.
Done away with it? That's a terrible thing to say.
Tracy's not fit to be a mother. And you two can kid yourselves all you like, but you're weird by anybody's standards. He looks like he should be crayoning something, and you can call yourself what you like. But I'm not letting any fella who wears women's underwear anywhere near my flesh and blood. You may think you've conned me granddaughter into handing over her baby, but you'll get that baby over my dead body.
Well, now we know where Tracy gets it from.
Being kicked to death by this little beggar.
You want a lively one, don't you?
While it's with me, I want it asleep.
I've got it!
Got what?
I knew you would. Congratulations. No less than you deserve.
Thanks, love. I really wanted this.
Yeah, I know you did. Excellent news.
What have you got?
My job.
What job?
You are now looking at the new PA to the head of planning at the town hall.
Oh, is that it? I thought you'd won the lottery.
About time you got something. Though I'm surprised they took you at your age.
Well, they're probably desperate.
You pair of miseries. You might at least pretend to be happy for me.
Yeah, you could.
Don't get me wrong. I am delighted.
Thank you, Mother.
It's one less of you lot under my feet all day.
What do you reckon?
Well, I was hoping you'd get something we could hold the wedding reception in.
Well, I'm not going to be pregnant forever, am I? Although maybe I should have got something a bit more loose-fitting with all those trips to the loo.
Oh, please, too much detail. I am a very sensitive soul.
Yeah, well, if I've got to know about it, I don't see why you shouldn't.
What's it got to do with me? I'm your boss, not your, whatever they call it, birthing partner.
So the next thing you know, we're there Christmas Day. Anyway.
No.
Yeah, me and Dave there pulling crackers, fighting over the last chipolata. It doesn't bear thinking, though.
Yeah, well, you could make it an annual event when you're married. Christmas at the Allahans.
You're not painting a very pretty picture of the future there, Tracy.
Yeah, well, there's still time to change it.
It's out of my hands.
No, it isn't. Call it off. You don't want to get married.
I can't do that to her.
Look, it's kinder in the long run. If you don't believe me, ask our Peter.
Oh, not much of a party, this.
It's not a party, it's a celebration. Anyway, Madam just got a free drink and left.
It's a special occasion, and I, for one, am very pleased for you.
When you start, I want you to stop them bin men from strewing the ginnel with rubbish.
She's in the planning department. There's nothing to do with the bins.
You seem to know a lot about it. Perhaps it's time you got off your big behind and started earning a crust and all. That's maternity wear.
Well, I'm not going to be pregnant forever, am I? Look, what's the point in wasting money on stuff that I'm only going to wear for a couple of months?
Even so, did they not show you a smock?
She means something loose-fitting.
No way. If I have to look like a bouncy castle, I want people to know it's because I'm pregnant, not because I ate all the pies. And if that means pushing my belly button in a few people's faces, so be it.
Well, not mine, thank you very much.
It's nothing to be ashamed of, Deirdre.
I never said it was.
I'd say the reverse. It's something to be very proud of.
If you say so.
Now, before you rush off, I'm giving you another 100 to get a few more bits and bobs.
Oh, right. Thanks. Don't spend it all at once, eh?
Blow it all in 5 minutes if you like, so long as it's on the little one.
You know, he didn't even pull a knife out and I've turned into jelly.
Tracy, you had no idea what was on his mind. He did the best thing. Always hand it over. It's only money.
Yeah, well, if it weren't for this thing, he'd have felt my fist in his face.
Oh, and that'd have been a very wise move, wouldn't it? You had any strange twinges or anything?
No. Well, it's a bit too young to fight back, eh?
First birthday pair of boxing gloves. Look, Tracy, I mean it. I really think you should take it easy.
Well, I can't really afford to.
Well, there are crushing numbers out there.
I was just unlucky.
Tracy, if you packed it in now, no one will think any less of you, you know. You're not talking to Les or Dev now. You can tell me how you really feel.
I want to stay.
Well, it's up to you. You can take as much time as you need.
You know, anyone would think that you were trying to get shut of me.
I just don't understand why a girl like you would want a job like this.
Well, maybe I enjoy it.
And maybe there's the real reason.
What's that?
You're not going to let this pond life get away with it, intimidating you.
What, do you think I'm daft?
I do, as a matter of fact, yeah. But on the other hand, I admire you and I don't want to lose you. Oh yeah, get that down, yeah.
No, you should be getting back. It's going to be mad.
Not your problem. I'm here for as long as you need me.
I don't think...
Hi, sorry, it's nothing to worry about, but Tracy's been robbed by one of the customers.
Is she hurt?
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah, she's fine. She's next door. I think she'll be there.
Oh, come on. Thanks for letting us know, Steve.
Will be Tracy, won't it?
Yeah, well...
Do you know what I got on to? 2 messages from your mother slurring away. She said your dad lost his chance at parole, so he won't be out till about 2006. And the police aren't going to prosecute her.
They're not going to prosecute? Oh, well, that's one thing.
That's the first message. Second message is, she's having a whale of a time in Brighton, but what we're doing for Christmas, so you better ring her, Steve, because she's coming to us over my dead body.
All right, I get the message, thank you.
And what are you doing with Tracy Barlow? Giving her teen sympathy?
Well, I am her employer. Felt obliged. Can we not talk about work, thank you?
Why don't you finish that picture for Auntie Hayley, eh? Not safe behind there.
Astonishing, isn't it, the sheer volume of attention a young child requires?
I know, Bethany's not that young, not compared to one we'll be having.
No.
It's this place that worries me most. There's danger at every turn.
Well, we will have to confine our child when we get it to the living quarters upstairs.
Oh, right, how can we? Uncle Bert's shed bigger than our flat.
I suppose it is somewhat of a problem.
Well, children need space, room to grow.
Well, perhaps we could section off an area down here with some child-friendly fencing.
Like a sheep pen? Well, not quite. Right, this is our baby we're talking about. We can't just shove it in a corner and expect it to be seen and not heard.
No, I know.
Our baby's going to be nurtured, cherished. We're going to give it the very best.
We are.
In fact, I think we should move.
Move?
Yeah, to a house. That'd solve all our problems.
I wasn't aware that we had any.
So, if you could change one thing about your domestic circumstances as they stand, what would it be?
I'd get a house. Well, there'd be more space for Beth to run around. I could put all the toys somewhere. In fact, if I could afford it, I'd get Emma and Curly's place. Yeah, it's still on the market.
Towards the mortgage, and the business is doing okay, isn't it?
Fair to middling.
We can do it, Roy. I know we can. We've just got to tighten our belts.
I can't wait for tomorrow, baby. It's going to be the best Christmas we've ever had.
Well, that won't be hard. We've not had that many.
And I don't care what Dev says about double fares at Christmas or how much money you can earn, because you are not going to work.
Don't worry, tomorrow's just for us.
Me and you, baby. And you're going to love the prezzies I've got you. Do you want to know what I've got you?
Roy? Roy? What's the matter? Why are you crying?
I'm afraid as yet I'm unable to ascertain what's causing her distress.
Roy, what have you done?
It's not real, Hayley. Not in the real sense of the word real, that is.
What?
As pertaining to reality as we know it.
What are you talking about?
She more pertains to the domain of virtual reality.
Virtual what?
Virtual baby. Oh, now just calm down 1 second. Discovered them on the internet when I was doing some research. No stone unturned, Hayley. Yes, there's more to that internet than I've given credit. They're made largely to put potential teenagers off of unwanted pregnancies. Show them how hard the reality is, rather than the fantasy. It's electronic, you see. She cries out and you have to ascertain what it is that she wants. The feeding, changing, cuddling, everything really. Once you've switched her on, can't switch her off for 7 days.
Honestly, look at you. You can't wait, can you?
Oh, I think I could have done. So they say this is my big present.
No, I couldn't wrap the yacht. That's outside on top of the car. Karen, we agreed we weren't going to have a big Christmas this year. We're saving every penny to this wedding of the century.
A toothbrush, Steve.
It's supposed to put a smile on your face.
Well, it doesn't. Because I said nothing useful. Because useful presents aren't presents because you have to have them so they don't even count.
Well, there you go, you see, because that's not useful. It doesn't even work.
Why?
2 reasons. 1, I forgot the batteries, and 2, it's not actually a toothbrush. It's an ornament you put on top of the mantelpiece. They're very sought after those. Everybody's going to want one.
Not even funny, Steve. Do you know, I've spent time and thought into making this Christmas special for you. I've spent weeks wrapping these presents. Here.
You are flipping joking? Karen, Father Christmas doesn't take this amount of presents to the orphanage. Have you gone raving mad? Karen, what is it going to take to get through to you? We are saving every penny for this wedding. And you're just flittering it all away.
You're making it out like I've spent it on myself, Steve, and I haven't. It's not for me, they're for you. To make it a Christmas you'll never forget.
Oh, yeah, and I won't do that, will I? Because being bankrupt stays in your mind forever. Take them back.
Does the card say anything?
Just Merry Christmas, all the best, Peter. You have to be Sherlock Holmes to work out more than that.
I'm sure he's all right.
When's that daughter of yours going to get up?
Oh, it'll probably be New Year's Day before she surfaces.
Anyway, let's open the rest of them. Don't tell me, Blanche. Let me guess. It's a workbench with accessories.
Don't be silly, Ken. It's a tie.
Oh, no, you spoilt it.
Oh, look, it'll go with my tartan oven gloves.
Do you think I should wake her?
Oh, you're taking your life in your hands there, Mother. Anyway, what's the hurry?
Very nice, Deirdre. Have you kept the receipt?
It's in the bag.
Oh, at long last.
Merry Christmas.
I've been waiting all morning for you to open your presents.
No, what's the point? It's only going to be bath salts and moisturisers.
That's what you think, my girl. Now, you go and get yourself dressed in your Sunday best. We're going on a mystery tour for yours.
What?
Go on. I promise you, you won't be disappointed.
Back in that bed this instant, Steve McDonald, because I've got more Christmas presents for you.
Just, give me 5 minutes. I'm getting a bit overexcited.
No, Steve, I can't wait 5 minutes.
Give us a break, will you? Let's put the kettle on. Got to check my messages. Eileen said she'd give us a ring if there was any problems.
Steve, you said no work.
Don't start. Just give us a few minutes. There's enough time to get your present wrapped again.
Don't be long. Oh, go on, what? Trouble at mill?
No, it's my mum. Wishing us a happy Christmas.
That's nice.
Yeah. Bit weird, though. She said she misses us and wishes we could all be together. Only she understands we'd already booked our Christmas holiday. And I wonder where she got that from.
I mean, I don't know what you're making a big song and dance about it for. What do you expect me to do? She's on the phone all maudling. Can I come for Christmas? No! What do you expect me to say? It's the first thing that popped into my head.
Oh, well, naturally. It would be for Karen MacDonald. Anybody else would have thought, oh, my bloke's mother. Lonely at Christmas, nowhere to go. And it's a season of goodwill to all men, including mother-in-laws.
She's not my mother-in-law, not yet.
And she won't be the way you're carrying on.
Oh, come on, Steve. Are you going to let her ruin our Christmas?
Oh, is that what she's done? Oh, I'm sorry, I hadn't realised. My mother phones through a nice Christmas message, not whining, not complaining, but somehow manages to ruin your Christmas. Well, of course, you're right. That's terrible, appalling behaviour. We should have the old bag put down, eh?
Don't be daft, Steve. I mean, you don't want her here any more than I do.
That's not the point.
What is the point then, Steve? Because I am failing to understand it. All I've done...
The point is, it's Karen Scrooge MacDonald put paid to Christmas, not my mother.
Oh, she's really got you wrapped round her little finger, hasn't she?
Is there anybody else in your world apart from Karen MacDonald?
Where are you going?
I'm giving you your present. A chance to see how a lonely Christmas feels.
Is it far, Gran?
Near in one way, but far in another. Now, off we go.
It's like living with the Oracle at Delphi. Well, what have we done wrong now? I think we're already lined up in twos. Well, did didn't I, huh?
Oh, you should write Christmas crackers.
Oh, you're just saying that.
Don't wind her up, Ken. Not today.
I'll be on my best.
Where's she gone? She's not.
Merry Christmas. Bit of Christmas booze, you know.
What's going on, Mother?
Welcome home, me love.
What?
It's yours. I bought this house for you. Merry Christmas, Tracy. Now then, what do you think? Are you pleased?
How much is it worth?
Don't you worry your head about that. I've still got a few bob put by to make sure you're set up properly. It won't cost a lot to get this place out. And there's a lovely little nursery already up the stairs to Bedfordshire.
I'm not keeping this baby, Gran, if that's what you're thinking.
There's no strings attached. It'll get you straight out from under your mum's feet and give you space and time to really think things through.
You've bought this house for Tracy.
That's what I said.
Sometimes, Mother, you take my breath away.
I really don't see what I've done wrong. Somebody's got to help this girl, and who better than her grandmother?
Her mother. Her mother. Mothers help their daughters. Mothers.
Oh, do they, ma'am? When did you work that one out, eh?
Stay out of this, Tracy.
Well, they're both talking about me as if I'm some little kid.
Oh, what else are you?
I don't have to listen to this.
Yeah, that's your trouble. You never, never listen.
And was that helpful, Deirdre? What is your problem? Do you think I've deprived you of your rightful inheritance?
Sometimes, Mother, I feel you've deprived me most of my life. I mean, where were you when I needed you? You've never taken the remotest bit of interest in what was going on in my life. And now suddenly, absent Mam turns into Super Gran, and I'm supposed to say honky-dory. Don't you see? You've just bypassed me with my own daughter. I mean, you and me, we could have sat down, we could have discussed this. But oh no, you had to turn it into some sort of Christmas conjuring trick that just cuts me right out of everything. I need a drink.
Oh, she's got a temper on her.
Peace at last.
Thanks, love.
No, forgive me if I sound presumptuous, Kenneth, but I do find your argument a trifle flawed. You see, the whole point of an electronic device like this is not to replace thought, but rather it allows me to concentrate my mind on matters far above the mundane. You see, with this I can roam mentally, freely at will.
That's a terrifying thought.
I'm not convinced, Norris. I'm not arguing against it as a repository of thought.
Oh, I like that, Kenneth, a repository of thought, yes. Oh. My alarm to start the basting. I'm afraid you'll have to forgive me, Kenneth.
Oh, no, does this mean food at last?
You can't rush free range, Henry. I mean, they're hard enough to catch.
Oh, saved by the bell.
Hey, what are you doing, Betty?
Oh, I can't sit back there twiddling my thumbs. I thought I'd come and make myself useful. Well, you could get us another round while we wait for the call.
Why don't you come round on this side, Betty? Join us.
I prefer to work, love.
Hey, could I get another pint, please?
Of course you can, love. It's Christmas. There's no point sulking in here, Deirdre. Not unless you want the turkey burnt any more than usual.
If you want a turkey, you can cook it yourself. Or better still, why don't you go and eat it in Tracy's new house? Because you're certainly not ruining my Christmas any more than you already have.
A spare glass.
You know, I never made a big fuss about Christmas. Shall I tell you what the secret is to a perfect Christmas? Avoid the family. Mothers, fathers, brothers, kids.
Wives.
Wives, past, present and future. Doesn't matter what you do, it'll never work out, and that extends to husbands as well. You ever have a good one with yours?
Yeah, after the divorce.
My point entirely. Now, steady on. We don't want to turn that little bundle of yours into a dipso, do we?
Yeah, well, it's going to have to lump it for once.
Oh, it's you that's got to lump it.
And don't I know it?
Well, here's looking at you, kid. So, this little lump of yours, do we know what it is? A boy or a girl?
It's a surprise.
Look, Trace, I'm sorry, but I just don't get it. I mean, you're all up for having this kid, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
And then you're just going to give it to the croppers. Now, don't get me wrong, they are very nice people, but they are absolutely barking mad. I wouldn't let them take my kid across the street.
Wouldn't you?
No, flipping wouldn't. Does that not bother you? Oh, I'm sorry, Tracy. It's none of my business.
No, fine. It's fine, really. Look, Steve, I really want to talk about this.
Well, I'm all ears, if that's any use. I'm just glad to be of service.
Do you fancy having kids, Steve?
I think Karen's very interesting.
No, I mean you.
Well, I reckon every bloke wants a son and heir, don't they?
What about a little girl?
Yeah, I could do that. They say the girl's a lot stronger towards the dad than she is to the mum. I don't know how true that is. I reckon that's what Roy's dreaming on, a little girl to run into his arms when he comes round the counter.
But what happens if the kid's not his?
Come again?
What happens if it's somebody else's?
Well, it's just one of these hypothetical questions.
It's not Roy's baby.
What?
It's not Roy's.
Flipping heck, does Roy know? Hang on a minute, are you saying that this is another bloke's baby?
Yeah.
Does he know?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't think that he's going to be interested.
Oh, come on, Tracy, you don't know that. Give him a chance. Some blokes don't even think about these things until it happens. They can change, you know?
Right, so you think that I should tell him?
Absolutely.
No, you're right, yeah, thanks.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
It's your baby.
What?
The baby's yours.
this, Tracy? Some joke you just pulled out of a cracker?
It's no joke. So what do you think, Steve? What's the matter?
Hey, baby. Look, I'm really sorry about before. Do you think we could go for a drink? Forgive and forget. I mean, it is Christmas. Hands on me. Baby, I'm sorry. Are we all right now?
Yeah, fine.
So, why have we got her in top?
Well, I couldn't leave her on her own.
Have we got to buy her a drink?
It is Christmas.
Yeah, well, she's working. She's got to put her own hands in her pocket. So what do you want, Trace?
My treat. Get what you want. I'll have an orange juice. Me and Steve will find somewhere to sit.
Do the Christmas miracles never cease? 2 pints, shall we?
Look, I'm sorry, Tracy, but I'm just not buying it. This is a flipping wind-up. There's no way that's mine.
The dates tally.
With what? One night? Because that's all it was.
Didn't you do biology at school, Steve?
All right, all right. It could be mine, but it could also be Roy's. You can't be sure.
Yes, I can.
How can you?
Dead simple. I never slept with Roy. And I'm telling you, Steve, there's no one else in the frame.
Oh, look, it's my lovely boss. You know, I thought I wasn't going to get my Christmas bonus. Come here, you.
Hey, get off him. I'll break your legs.
Oh, do you know, I'd hate that because, well, my legs are my fortune. I mean, I do have them insured for half a pint of lager and a packet of pork scratchings.
Why are you telling me this?
I wasn't going to. But you said yourself, give the bloke a chance.
No, well, I wasn't talking about me, was I?
Yeah, well, we are now. So what do you think, Steve?
Cheers, Shell. Steve, can I have a hand?
How'd you do it, Tracy?
Do what?
Always land on your feet.
I don't know, it's the reward of living a good life.
Oh, really?
Oh, come off it, Mother. What was I supposed to say? I didn't ask Gran to spend the family fortune buying me an house.
No, I didn't see you actually turning it down either, though.
It's a Christmas present, ma'am. That's what I've been brought up to say. Thank you, it's just what I've always wanted.
And is it, Tracy?
Give up the pair of you. Stop making such a fuss. It's a tiny terrace. You're going on like it's Buckingham Palace.
Good think.
I've got a drink. You owe me one. Look, come on, Steve.
Look, Tracy, don't get me wrong. What I said about kids, maybe want them one day. Or maybe I do. Not with you. Not ever. Not in a million years.
Yeah, well, that's what you've got, Steve.
Tracy, if you'd have told me in time, I'd have told you to get rid of it. It's not going to work, and I don't want any part of it, okay?
Look, I was thinking, right, we could call it Stephen. Or Stephanie, you know, spelt with a Y. Stephanie's nice.
Don't be stupid.
I'm sorry, but what am I supposed to do, Steve? You said that I couldn't give it to the croppers. That'd be a really wicked thing to do, right? And it's too late to get rid of it, so you said I should tell the person who's responsible. Yeah, well, I'm telling him. And what does he want me to do? Keep Mum, stay put, bring the kid up on my own, do anything as long as it doesn't ruin his cosy little love nest. It doesn't matter that you've ruined mine.
You want to split me and Karen up?
I am talking about what happens to us, not you and her.
Oh, I need the Luna, baby. Get another one in.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you look as if you'd lost a pound and found a penny.
Well, there has been a slight miscalculation.
Computer chip let you down, Norris?
Oh, no, not the fault of technology in any way, I might add. No, the timer served its purpose admirably. The fault was more one of human error.
Oh, well, not yours, surely.
I'm not one to shy away from my responsibilities, Kenneth. The timer was set perfectly as you witnessed and fulfilled its function. Only, unfortunately, when I set the timer, I forgot to put the oven on.
Well, you put it on over 5 hours ago.
No, for 4 hours, 52 minutes to be exact.
So it'll be another 4 hours?
Well, no, roughly 6. I haven't worked it out yet.
Probably enough time to order another sherry.
So what am I supposed to do?
Give it the croppers.
Oh, you've changed your tune.
It's not my tune, it's the one you've been playing for months, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Everything is wrong with it, and you know that.
I'm not leaving, Karen, if that's what all this is about.
Karen is just using you to get a big wedding. She doesn't love you.
You tell her, and I'll kill you. Honey, listen, about today, I'm sorry.
I messed up, and I apologise.
It's all right.
No, look, I'm serious. From now on, it's going to be me and you as one. As one.
Are you drunk?
Yeah, I am a little bit. But listen, it's going to be great. Me, you, the future. It's going to be perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Doesn't mind making the effort for somebody else's wedding, just won't make it for her own.
Oh, she never misses a chance, do you, Mother?
Anyway, I've work to do. Got a house to clean.
Oh, she doesn't mind making the effort for someone else's house.
I don't when it's for my own granddaughter, no.
So you've bought the house for her, now you're going to clean it. You're going to pop round every day and cook for her as well?
I would if she wanted, yes. Just as I would have done for you in her circumstances.
I was never in her circumstances.
Not for want of trying.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, OK. Just leave it.
Oh, yes, she is. I'm just going round to number 7 to give it a good bottoming. You can come and help me if you like.
No, she can't. She's going to Sunita's wedding, but not dressed like that, presumably.
No, but is there going to be a wedding? That's what I want to know. Because I'm not getting all done up and having to take it all off again.
What do you mean? Of course there's going to be a wedding.
Well, why are you saying that?
Only last night ended up in a fight and the bridegroom being dragged off by the police.
No.
A fight?
Oh, wait, we've got to hear this.
Tracy?
All right, I'm going to tell you. Last night was Kieran's stag do, yeah?
What were you doing at a stag do?
Well, what does that matter? She were there. Go on.
Well, I was working once, so I'd gone to pick him up. And apparently, before I got there, there'd been a bit of trouble in the pub. Police had been called, they'd been thrown out.
Bit of trouble? Sounds like more than a bit if the police were called.
Look, do you want me to tell you this or not?
We do. Go on, ignore them.
Anyway, the next thing you know, right, is that Kieran has given Deb this massive punch. Police had dragged him off. He hasn't been seen since.
And does Sunita know about this?
Well, I don't know.
Mind you, it might be better if she doesn't know. At least till after the wedding's over.
Blanche, excuse me, do you happen to know if Kieran's at home?
He is, yes. Not much reason for him to be anywhere else these days.
Thank you.
Oh, hey.
Of course, it's Sunita's wedding.
Oh, so it's on then?
Please, sit down.
Thank you.
We won't use up too much of your time.
No, don't worry. Anything I can do to help?
Well, it's about this house that Tracy's bought.
Well, that her grandmother has bought for her, yes.
Her grandmother?
Blanche has bought it.
Yes, she has, yeah.
And what's she done that for?
I don't think we've any right to ask.
Because she thinks that Tracy's going to keep the baby, is that it?
Well, I think Blanche would like it if she did.
Well, yeah, we know she would, yeah.
But buying the house, I think that says more about what Blanche would like than what Tracy intends. Tracy had no idea that Blanche was buying it.
Want to spend New Year's Eve with us? That's fine.
I said I don't know what I'll be doing.
It wasn't what you said, it was the way you said it.
Oh, well, I better start taking elocution lessons then.
All I asked was, what are we doing tonight?
Oh, whatever it is, we won't be doing it together.
Oh, well, now we know.
Look, do you think that you could all just stop moaning?
That would be nice, yeah.
Oh, I'm going out.
Oh, no need to on my account. I'm going round to number 7. Fancy coming with me?
Not right now, Granny.
Well, if you change your mind, you'll be very welcome.
You know, your grand's put a lot of work, not to mention money, into that house. Don't you think you should at least show a polite interest?
I will, yeah.
Just look at her. Do you know, she's not said a word to us since we came in here.
That's because she's not with us, she's with a friend.
Oh, she obviously prefers to her family, as we can all see.
Will you stop going on about it?
Oh, so I'm to blame for all this now, am I?
Nobody's blaming anybody.
You know what? Tomorrow I'm going to move out. And I'm moving into number 7. Do you want to know why? Because I just want some peace and quiet. And to get away from you lot yelling at each other all the time.
Oh, well, soon be time for old Lang Syne, if there's anybody left to sing with.
Oof. Don't think I ever want to be pregnant, mate. I mean, reckon that'd bother you? I mean, you never had kids. Well, I mean, what's she got to look forward to her? She's going to lose a figure, and she's going to end up with some screaming, whinging, puking thing.
I'm still not right happy about Blanche having bought her that house.
It is unfortunate.
It means that even if she does give us the baby, she's not going to go away, is she? She's still going to be around.
Next year might be the most wonderful year yet. It is a pity it all has to depend on Tracy Barnett.
Pack your bags. That's what she said. As if I were a parlour maid cook. pinching the silver.
It was the heat of the moment.
Her own mother, made to feel unwanted, in front of all my friends as well.
Morning.
Ah, you look smart.
Oh, well, I thought I'd make an effort for this induction thing. Although, why I need inducting, I don't know. I mean, once you've seen one filing system, you've seen them all. Morning, Mother. Oh, I see. Not speaking to me, eh? Oh, well, just as well you're moving out then, isn't it?
I have no interest in anything you have to say, unless it's an apology.
Well, actually, yes, I do apologise.
Good.
I apologise for saying what I did in front of your friends. But I stand by what I said. You bought number 7, you go and live in it.
Listen, Roy, it won't be long before we've got a real baby. I think we should be looking at preparing ourselves.
In what ways?
Well, decorating a spare room, getting a cot, unless we want the baby to sleep in bed with us.
Oh, I wouldn't like that. I'd be frightened of rolling over.
Let's talk about this later. Hello, Tracy. How are you?
Fine. Just come to collect Kieran. He's lending me his muscles for the day.
How do you mean exactly?
Well, we're going to buy furniture from a new house. Going to make it all nice and cosy. What do you call it? Nest building.
I hope you don't mean...
Relax, Roy. It's just a few sticks of furniture. Are you fit?
Do you have to ask? I was thinking about what you said about Steve.
What? Not know, are you?
Take my notice, Roy. She's just winding you up. Listen, why don't we close the cafe this afternoon? Go for that walk, eh?
Hello?
Don't say anything. I'd have gone before now. Only I'm looking for my certificates. I've found me birth, but I can't find me married one. You don't know where they are, do you?
I didn't think you'd be packed already.
You made it perfectly clear you wanted me out. I don't want to stay where I'm not wanted, Deirdre.
You haven't said you're not wanted.
Haven't you? What do you call shouting at me in front of my friends? That was humiliating, Deirdre. However much you hate me, you could have...
Don't hate you. You're my mother. Of course I don't hate you. But can you imagine how I felt on Christmas Day? You buy me oven gloves and Tracy gets a house.
This way, she's got her own place, a nest, where she can be alone with the baby. Of course, now I'm moving in with her. That won't be the same, will it? I just hope she won't feel crowded. I mean, the house not being in her name. Well, maybe if I don't get under her feet, she won't flit. I can always go round to Emily's or kill time at the library.
Now you're just trying to make me feel guilty.
I don't mean to. I'm sorry it's come to this, Deirdre. I've enjoyed living here, being with you. It made up for all those years I were in Kenilworth. I just ask you to make sure that you keep Tracy close to you. Say goodbye to Ken for me. I've written out my recipe for shepherd's pie. You know how much he likes it.
Oh, Mum. You don't have to go. I've been behaving like a jealous child.
I don't want to be in the way.
You're not in the way. Look, you put the kettle on. I'll get rid of these cases.
No, I'll do it.
No, it's all right. They're empty. You had no intention of going.
You said yourself you were acting like a jealous child.
Right. Get in there and finish packing.
But you just said that...
You are leaving this house if I have to drag you out by the hair. You sold your flat, and I thought... I'm sorry, Mother, but I always thought we'd need that money. I mean, one day, when I couldn't cope with looking after you anymore, when you were old, I didn't want to see you go into one of those council places where they just plonk you in a chair and sit you by a window. I thought that money would buy you into a private place.
No, you didn't. You wanted me to die so that you could get your hands on my savings. And what were you planning to do? Dump Ken and set off on a world cruise? Maybe catch yourself a rich man, though you'd probably end up with a salesman passing himself off as the ship's captain. I might have made mistakes in my life, Deirdre, but at least I've never been in prison.
I should have thrown you out years ago.
But you didn't, did you? Because it suited you having me here. Doing the cooking for you, and the cleaning, and the washing.
I've never taken advantage of you.
Oh, and then there's a main reason, isn't there?
What are you talking about?
It suited you to have me here so that you didn't have to be left alone with Ken.
You're mad.
You and Ken? Oh, not how you saw your life, is it? Not much excitement, is there? Watching documentaries on global warming?
You're wrong.
Am I? You're stuck in a rut. The age difference didn't matter when he were in his 40s. He's 65 this year. You're not even 50. He's winding down, and you're winding down with him. You've become old before your time. I might be your mother, Deirdre, but my life's a lot more exciting than yours.
Have you finished? You don't even begin to understand what me and Ken have got. Now finish your packing and go.
Yeah.
Cheers. So Steve MacDonald, eh?
What about him?
Yeah, you told me yesterday that you loved him.
Look, you won't tell anyone, will you?
Who am I going to tell? Your best mate left town. The woman I loved dumped me at the registry office. So when did you fall for Stevie boy? Was it before or after you started work at Streetcars?
Before. It's just working with him and seeing more of him. It's made my feelings stronger.
You're mad.
Look, I can't help who I fall in love with.
And are you doing anything about it? I mean, does he know?
Well, he knows that I'm interested.
You wouldn't by any chance be making this place into a little love nest. You're not planning on luring that man over here behind Karen's back, are you?
Now there's an idea.
Why is she so against living in number 7? I thought she'd jump at the chance of getting away from here.
Well, apparently she doesn't want to crowd Tracy. She hasn't minded crowding us all these years. Oh, Ken. She pushes me and pushes me. I don't want her hating me. I don't want her going off to Tracy's thinking I'm a right cow.
Deirdre, is it all right if I pick up the rest of my stuff tomorrow?
Yeah, of course it is.
I'll hang on to my key then. I'll leave it on the table when I've finished.
No, it's all right. You hang on to it.
Well, I suppose we'll bump into each other sometime. In the shop or the bar.
Of course we'll see each other. You're only going down the street.
Yeah, sure we will.
Let me take your cases.
No, I can manage. Bye, Ken. Deirdre.
Home sweet home.
Gran, I've been thrown out. Help me in with my bags, will you?
What, you moving in here?
Where else would I go?
If you want my advice, don't...
Morning.
Is it?
Well, I think so. Threshold of a new life.
Gran.
How did you sleep?
How do you think? I woke up and I thought I was having a nightmare. There were teeth staring at me from the side of the bed.
Well, they have to go somewhere.
Not when they look like they're about to attack.
Nonsense. Now, what do you want for your breakfast?
Nout.
You'll have to have something. You're eating for 2 now.
No, I'm eating for me and that's it. If some sprog wants to have the leftovers, that's up to it.
Oh, Tracy.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just... Well, I'm not very good in the morning, especially when I've had no sleep. Grant, sharing a bed is not my idea of rest and relaxation.
Well, it's not stopped you in the past.
Yeah, all right. But sleeping with your gran, it's a bit different.
Don't you worry, you won't have to tonight.
Oh, good. So you're going to go and make it up with Mam?
Not on your Nelly. No, I'm going to have my bed brought round here from number 1. So we can both have a nice, cosy night, can't we? Don't do deliveries, do you?
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, shame. Because if you did, you could deliver to my new address. I live at number 7 now.
7, but...
With Tracy. That's right. Only I hope you won't worry that I might have an unhelpful influence over her and a silly decision about the baby. On the other hand, maybe you should worry. Because if it's out to do with me, the only way that baby is going to step foot in this place is as a customer. With me or Tracy paying the bill.
Oh, woman, make me live it.
Patience, Hayley, patience. Blanche thinks she's getting one over on us by buying that house for Tracy, but what she doesn't know is the financial agreement between Tracy and ourselves.
Yeah, you're right. I know you're right. One thing I will say for Blanche, though, she's certainly properly prepared for this baby.
What, we're not?
Well, we're not, are we? We need to start getting everything in place, the decorating, the practicalities, so that when Tracy does hand over the baby, there's nothing Blanche can do about it.
Gran said that?
Yeah.
Now I know you're lying.
No way, honest. Well, she's devastated, gutted she's caused this rift between you.
Rift? It's a flipping chasm.
Well, exactly. Look, she wants to make amends.
How?
Well, I don't know. If you were to let her move back in.
Oh.
Listen, she said it. She said the mother-daughter bond should never be broken.
What bond?
The bond between you.
Rubbish.
Look, she'd never say this to you, but she opened up to me.
So what are you saying?
Well, I don't know. If you were to let her know that she was welcome back in here, then the rift's going to be healed.
And you get a house to yourself?
Well, yeah, but that's just coincidental.
There?
Deirdre, I'm back.
Yes, Tracy said you would be. I have to say I didn't believe her. Oh, come here. You're an old softy, aren't you, underneath that granite exterior?
Have you been at the cooking, Sherry?
Ah. Is this not the return of the prodigal mother, then?
Is it tuppence? I've come back to pick up a few more things.
Hey, what are you doing?
Well, I'll have it for my bedroom.
You will not.
Why not? You don't like it?
It's beside the point. It was Uncle Albert's.
Then he won't miss it.
Give me that. God, and to think I almost believed her.
Who?
Tracy. And a one-woman impersonation of the United Nations Peace Corps.
She says something to me about a mother-daughter bond. Oh, load of nonsense.
Apparently.
Well, I mean, have you ever felt it?
Have you?
Might have. I'll get on then.
Mum.
Yes?
Nothing. Oh, it'll be fine. You know I like it all crisp and chewy.
Yeah, well, that's just as well.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm glad you had a good first day.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like it.
Good. That chap in the Rovers, Charlie Stubbs, he's got a pile of asbestos sheets in his yard. I noticed them today. They should be dumped somewhere safe, which I told him, but I don't know if he's going to take any notice. Maybe you could get someone in the town hall to twist his arm.
Oh, let me get settled in first, love, before I start asking favours.
Removing dangerous asbestos, Deirdre, not asking favours.
No, all right, I'll have a word. Seems all right, though, does Charlie? I mean, as far as I can tell, we hardly know him, do we?
You didn't need to do this, love.
Of course I did. Least I could do after spoiling your dinner last night was to make you breakfast.
Oh, well, to be honest, that dinner wouldn't have been up to much anyway. I think I'm a bit out of practice.
You've been spoiled by too many women.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think I am. You know, it's funny, I never thought I'd say this, but after a day on my own, I began to find I was missing Blanche and Tracy.
I don't recall Tracy ever spoiling you.
Oh, but she did provide some lively debate.
Well, I'll try and make sure I'm on time tonight.
Well, I don't feel you have to, love, because I've decided that from now on, I'm going to make the most of my time. I shall write my article for the Gazette, and then I thought I might visit the local history museum, try a bit of research, that I might try my hand at writing another book.
Oh, well, good for you. Listen, if you find you get too busy, we could always get a Chinese takeaway. Now we've got a bit of money coming in.
Well, suits me.
Right, I'm off, love.
All right, bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Oh, you won't forget to mention to the council about Charlie Stubbs and the asbestos, will you?
Well, don't you think we ought to give him a bit of time? I mean, he did say he'd sort it.
Yes, but as far as we know, that might mean dumping it on the local tip.
You don't know
But I'd rather
that.
not take the risk, love. It's a very serious health hazard, so, you'll have a word?
Yeah, OK. I'll have a word.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that's right. You go off to work and leave your family to fend for itself.
I beg your pardon?
You don't give a thought to your daughter or your unborn grandchild. You even kick your own mother out of your house. But that's not enough for you, is it? Now you're abandoning your husband.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it abandoning, and he's not my husband.
Yes, well, the less said about that, the better. It's not natural, a woman going off to work and expecting her man to do all the cooking.
Oh, well, you'll be glad to know we're having a takeaway tonight.
A takeaway? Is that what it's sunk to already? Eating out of plastic containers? Poor Kenneth. He must rue the day I ever left.
Goodbye, Mother.
Oh, you still call me that, do you?
All right. Where's Eileen?
On her lunch, I think. Or gone to clear her head.
Why should she need to clear her head?
I don't know. She won't tell me her problems.
Did you not ask her?
No, it's none of my business.
That doesn't normally stop you.
Steve. Anyway, women should be allowed these little mysteries. Or maybe that loved-up talk with you and Dev was too much for her. It's enough to give anyone a headache.
Well, it'll be your turn one day, and then you know how it feels.
What do you mean?
Well, you're not going to be bitter and twisted all your life, are you? When a man comes along you really love, then you'll be the same as us.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah. When your man comes along, Tracy, then you'll be swinging along like the rest of us.
I hope you'd come.
She ran up.
Not yet.
Listen, what you said last night, were you serious?
Look, I know it's a shock, Steve, but... Well, you must have known.
Well, so what, that you're barking?
Say that? Look, if you'd have stayed last night...
Look, I just don't understand why.
Well, come in. We can talk about this inside.
What, come in there with you? What, you're joking?
Look, Steve, I know this is difficult for you. But I have seen the way you look at me and the things that you do.
What?
Look, all I'm saying is that you don't need to hold back anymore. We can take it as slow as you want.
Look, why won't you understand? I do not love you. I am marrying Karen next month. Does that not tell you something?
Yeah. That you're going through with a wedding that you don't really want to a woman who doesn't deserve you just because you don't want to hurt her.
Let's just pretend that none of this has happened. And this is hormones or whatever it is you get. I am marrying Karen because I want to. Why won't you understand that?
Steve, listen, I am just trying to save you from yourself. And one day, you're going to wish that I had. I'm going to be wearing these by Easter.
Better hope you take after me then, not your mother. It took her 2 years and a bad case of gastric flu before she got her figure back. So who's coming to this do of yours tonight?
No, I'm not having one. I've changed my mind.
After I've gone to all the trouble getting out of your way?
You're having dinner with Emily and Rita. You're not sitting in a bush shelter for 3 hours.
Do you think I want to spend the night with two old ladies whittering on about the youth of today?
Well, don't go then. No one's making you.
And let them down? Why have you changed your mind about a party, any road?
Gran, I could get all my friends into a phone box and still have room for some more. Having a party is just going to remind me of that.
Well, there's people at work. Eileen and that Patrick. And Steve. Oh, he is a nice lad. I hope you're getting changed for your party.
Don't you ever listen? I changed my mind about that.
Well, Kieran's coming. And Steve and his wife.
What?
While you were sitting here feeling sorry for yourself, I invited them.
You asked Steve MacDonald?
Karen. That'll be Rita. Well, are you getting changed? Have a nice time. Oh, you're early. Birthday girl's not even changed yet. No, Karen?
Well, it's a work thing.
Right. I'll be off.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Me, I've done now.
What makes you think me and Karen will want to come to a party?
No, there isn't a party. There was going to be one, but since this morning I've...
Oh, well, you do listen sometimes, then?
Yeah, I listened. Didn't believe a word of it, but I listened.
What parts of I love Karen, I do not love you, do you not understand?
Oh, don't, Steve.
Oh, Tracy, look, I'm sorry. You're a good mate and all that, but I just don't think about you in that way.
Look, if Karen hadn't come back on the scene...
Yeah, but she did, because I wanted her to. I'm trying to let you down gently here.
I know you are. Because there's a little voice inside your head telling you that me and you would be wonderful together.
Oh, flaming hell, it's not me listening to voices in my head.
Yeah, and it's not you that's carrying our baby. Look, just think about it, Steve, yeah? Our baby, our house, the lot. There's no one else that can offer you that.
No! I don't want it. Now, if you really had feelings for me...
You know that I do.
Then you'd let me get on with my life with Karen. It's about time you left streetcars as well. I'll make sure you get your maternity pay. What?
Steve, you can't just buy me off.
I just did. Hiya.
Someone late for carol singing.
Nice one, Tracy, love.
What's going on?
I managed to wangle a couple of hours off for your party.
No, Kieran, there isn't a party.
Well, there is now. All the gang's here.
Oh, get lost, eh?
Oh, there's no need to be like that.
Les, there's no party.
Well, we can start one.
Oh, go away. Do you want to come in?
That's not fair. Hey, Karen.
Well, can't stop her, I just came to.
I cannot believe the woman who was desperate enough to bed Roy Cropper is being choosy about who she lets into a flipping party.
Les, if you can find a hole as big as your mouth, do me a favour, eh, and jump into it.
You having one of these, Karen?
No, I said I'm not stopping.
Pour me another.
Are you supposed to be drinking?
Yeah, well, I thought this was supposed to be a party.
Yes, who's coming?
You tell me, this was my grandmother's idea.
Yeah, I told him me and Steve were going to come, but, well, I didn't realise he'd planned a romantic evening in. Alone, you know.
Oh, how touching.
He's been such a sweetheart of my wedding. I thought I was going to push him over the edge, but was just going along with everything, so I thought I'd show him a bit of appreciation. Not that that's any great hardship.
No, Karen, you don't need to spell it out.
I know, yeah, sorry. I just realised, you know, how lucky I am. I mean, could have lost him. I suppose he could have gone off with another woman. Anyway, I'm going to go. Poor lad, he'll be freezing his... Oh, you don't mind?
See ya.
Did you hear that? Aren't I lucky? She don't realise how lucky she is.
She didn't mean any harm.
Do you know the biggest thing in her life?
Steve?
No. Her wedding. Yeah, well, I know just how to wipe the smile off her face.
Hey, Tracy, no, you wouldn't.
Oh, believe me, I would. She's a patronising bitch. She reckons she's lucky. Yeah, well, her luck just ran out. There's not going to be a wedding. I'm going to make very sure of that. Fine.
So, morning after, night before, eh?
Except for there was no night before, was there? There's no party, that's for sure.
Well, you certainly had a grand time. You had a good old rant about Steve and Karen.
I know what I said, Kieran.
And
what makes you think I didn't mean it?
Hello, Kieran. I was saying to Tracy, it was very good of you to come round last night.
Oh, all right, Gran, you don't need to make it sound any sadder than it was.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't let my work do, eh?
I take it this mood is down to the baby.
No, you're right, Gran, I'm not in a good mood. So just say what you want to say, yeah?
You wait. When that child's in your arms, everything could change.
No, that's one thing I can promise you. Won't change anything at all.
So come on. How do you propose to wreck this wedding? I'm all ears.
I'll think of something.
More to the point. Why?
I'd have thought even you could work that one out.
You think you're going to be able to make Steve realise that he's with the wrong woman? Hey, come on.
Well, maybe not. But I'm going to make Karen realise she's with the wrong man.
Are you listening to yourself?
You asked me.
Yeah, and it sounds more like a lot of jealousy and hot air than anything else.
Oh, so what are you saying?
You had a row with Roy Cropper for a penny bet. So let me put it into a language that you'll understand. Tupin says you couldn't stop this wedding even if you tried.
Yeah? Well, this will.
So what, it's hormones now that's making you into a conniving bitch? Is that what you're saying?
This belly is full of Steve MacDonald's baby. Yeah, that's right. Steve's the dad. And when Karen finds out, I'd say that all bets are off. What's this?
Ah, yes. I was just returning from the wholesalers when I spotted this outside the second-hand store. Very fortuitous.
I was just saying, I used to see these as a lad, coming out of the big houses across from the park.
Ideal for the new arrival, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, I dare say the baby will find it ideal, but he or she won't have to lug it upstairs to where we live.
There'll be no lugging involved. We can keep it downstairs.
Every last bolt turned on a British lathe by a British engineer, I bet. There's something to ponder.
Yes, I grant you. But nostalgia was not the selling point. Studies show that a baby facing the parent develops cognitive skills much faster than one facing away, as they do in some modern conveyances.
Right, be practical. We need something lightweight and portable.
Qualities that come with a hefty price tag, whereas this was very reasonable.
You take a baby out for a walk in a pram to get it to go to sleep.
That is one of the reasons, yes.
Yes, well, it's not going to get much sleep, is it, when we're supposed to have gone through the song and dance of lifting it out of this thing and taking it upstairs?
I'll try and exchange it.
Thank you.
You do anything to spoil that wedding. And everybody around here is going to hate your guts.
Oh, as opposed to what exactly?
Tracy, the way they treat you at the moment is like Mother Teresa compared to the flack you'll get for this.
Yeah, well, I'm doing it as a mate, aren't I? A mate to Karen.
Yeah, right. But I don't want to get involved. I've learned my lesson from Peter and Shelley.
Oh, excuse me. You covered for Peter. What I am doing is the exact opposite. Do you think that Karen wants to be kept in the dark about this?
Okay, you're all heart. I still don't want to know, okay?